right now. First I'm going to be painting certain parts like this purple part, showing painting the thruster thing that you can see. And I'm going to mask it on, so that way I'll paint the rest purple. That's for later. Right now, let me zoom in a bit. And let's spray and pray again. Metallic, but I'm painting only the front part, or the bottom part metallic. That's one. There's some detail here, which I'm going to paint in metallic, as you can see, especially up here in the front foot. Then I'm going to mask it off. And then paint the other color, which we'll show off later on. So let me get the inside of this first also, if we forget. Double check that I'm not missing anything. Same thing with this one. Some areas that are metallic, but the rest will be another color. Get these hands done. backpack and all that stuff, but I'm gonna make sure this is all covered. Then we'll move on to the next color. So stay tuned for that, alright? Okay, so we're now going to do the next color, the darker tone colors. And even though I painted the inner frame this light gunmetal, I'm going to change it up with a different color tone, which will also match the main body. And I'm going to use my tried and true Titan's Blue one. By the way, I don't know if you noticed that it's starting to foam up a bit. That means that the filter needs to be replaced, but I can go at it for another few more rounds before I replace it. Right now I'm going to work on this one, which I did paint mask off, so I'm going to paint this section off only. Make sure that comes out nice and smooth. And actually, somebody was saying to me, why is your camera why isn't my hand covering up the view? There we go. I think we're good there. Okay. Make sure there's nothing there lifting up. Good. Didn't see anything in the front that I need to work with, but that's fine for now. I'll repass it in a few minutes. Alright, now this one is the tricky one. I just realized something, but I gotta take care of it there. I did mask off this part, just the areas that I'm gonna have to paint that so I didn't get a chance to mask it off, but I will take care of that soon enough. There's going to be a lot of repaints with the same color because I noticed a few mistakes here and there. Then I'll just peel off those in a minute. This is the other part of the backpack, which, as you can see, I masked off this, and this, but I kind of messed up this part, so I'm going to repaint it and then re-spray it chrome or gunmetal or something like that I have there. That looks okay. I'll review in a moment. Alright, so this part I did mask off this area back here. And all I need is to spray paint this part. Considering that this part of the area may be covered up with the skirt, probably going to be seeing the bottom part of it. Other than that, everything else is fine, but I do got to detail that little thing on the side of the cap, on the front of the cap. Alright, so I did mask off this part here. Make sure that's fine. Okay. Alright. Reservoir. My stir. There we go. Got a few more parts here to show off. Adjust it a bit here. Some of these parts I'm going to have to part of the shoulder. Also part of the shoulder. Hold on. Alright, this one's a tricky one. Checking the edges to make sure that they're covered, but I'll revisit it in a moment. This one. I haven't even got to the rail cannon yet, you know that? This is the one that's a bit tricky. The joints that connects to this part, which I just realized that if I paint this color, I have to paint the other ones the other color as well. So I'm gonna dig that up in a minute. I'll mask that off once this is done, so I can paint that little notch there white. Yep, this one. Might do this one. Here we go. here is, of course, if you notice that the paint is coming out wet, spray a blast of air to dry it up a bit, and then respray it again. I masked that front part off, so I gotta paint it a different color. I'm thinking of doing a neon green. And of course this part here, that pretty much completes the trifecta of that. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4 colors on this part. I got a lot more to go, a lot more to do. It's going to take a while for me to finish this up, so let me continue on. We'll move on to the next color, and hopefully we'll get this done soon. Time is running out.